Hi folks, Jesse Bayer of Abundant Living Ecuador coming to you tonight on Monday, June 19th, 2017, a little bit late in the evening here in our offices in Loja, Ecuador. I'm making a video for you on the new, relatively new capital gains tax, Ley de Plusvalia, capital gains tax on real estate. Super shitty law, but you gotta know it, it's important. So, quick background. This law was originally proposed, I forget if it was May, I think it was May of 2015 by the then President Rafael Correa. The law then sparked massive nationwide protests. Well, it was two laws. It was three, but two main ones. That law in conjunction with a similar law surrounding inheritance tax, la ley de herencia. And so massive nationwide protests, and the laws had to be shelved indefinitely at that time. Then in December, right before the holidays and also right before the election, Correa, quietly announced that he was going to actually send not the herencia, not the inheritance law, but the La Ley de Plusvalia, the capital gains law for tax for real estate, to the assembly. People kind of took it a lot more calmly at that time because, again, the holidays and the election were coming up. So I heard a lot of people saying like, it doesn't matter. The next president will get rid of it, even if it passes. On December 27th, I forget if it was the 26th or 27th. I think it was 27th. On December 27th, so right between Christmas and New Year's, again, right before the election, which was in February, and during the holidays, they passed the law. And they actually passed in a little bit worse form than they promised. So they passed it with no exemptions for builders, as they had promised. Okay, what's in the law? The law is a 75% tax on capital gains. There are some exemptions, which I'll get to in a minute. I'm not going to get into the exemptions that exist wholesale, like, for example, NGOs are exempt. Direct foreign investment is exempt. Those things are not that important to most of the people watching this video, so I'm not going to get into those. But builders are not exempt. That's important. Anyhow, the law is a 75% tax on capital gains. The way you come up with what monies are taxed and what aren't is as follows. So you have obviously the price you paid for the property plus any improvements you've made, anything. So that could be buying, a plant to put in the ground. That could be infrastructure. It could be building a house. As long as you can prove it through a tax receipt, factura, then that is factored into your cost basis. So your cost basis is how much you spent on the land plus improvements, and then they exempt 24 basic salaries, so 24 months, 2 years of minimum wage, which comes out currently is $9,000. That's also exempted as allowed profit. Then and then they have a permitted annual appreciation. So currently that is 7.37%. It's based on bank rates. So currently, as of the making of this video, 7.37%, and that is compounding. So compounding annual percentage gain appreciation is also exempt. From there, the rest of it is taxed at 75%. There's a calculator that the SRI, the tax, the collection agency in Ecuador has on their website. I'll leave a link to it in the description for this video. With the compounding interest, as long as you're not a developer and as long as you're not looking to flip, as long as you're looking to hold, you can still make some money and not pay a ridiculous amount of tax. It's more the people thinking short term. It basically destroys your possibility there if you're trying to flip properties. Developers, it hurts. I'm a developer. There are workarounds. I can't get into that in this video. I can't put that out there in this format. But there are workarounds. There are ways to structure a deal or structure a project legally and structurally that gets you around the tax. So that's the law. That is what is on the books. If you want some more details, I have written a blog. I'll put that in the description as well. Many Ecuadorians, it's like common belief that this law will be repealed at some point. That remains to be seen. I won't make any predictions one way or the other. It is certainly currently on the books. Oh, most important thing I forgot to mention it only affects properties that were purchased after the law. So if you purchased a property prior to January of 2017, this does not affect you. It's only for the second sale post law. So, if you purchase a property, it does not affect the seller. It's when that person who's purchased goes to sell, then the law takes effect. Very important, forgot to mention that. That's pretty much does it. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Jesse Bayer of Abundant Living Ecuador. We run a real estate and relocation services firm based out of Loja in southern Ecuador. Our website is abecuador.com. My email is Jesse, Jesse, at abecuador.com. Hope you guys have a great morning, day, evening, and I'll talk to you soon.